Alright, Shalom. First off, give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakar Barakatah. Alright, the bonus to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring, and truth and sincerity, and the women and children who follow. So, I'm on my way to work, but I just wanted to do this lesson. Since it was on my mind, this morning. So, just want to bring out this quote, and I use it, a lot, but just wanted to kind of dive into it. It says it's an expression. It's used if someone it's called trees for the forest. Okay, it's an expression used of someone who is too involved in the details of a problem to look at the situation as a whole. Okay, and it gives an example. It says the congressman became so involved in the wording of his bill that he couldn't see the forest for the trees. Okay, he didn't realize that the bill could never be passed. So what that means is, somebody's too caught up, too concentrated in the details of something that they can't see the big picture. Case in point being 2/3. Okay, a 2/3, or you might have a Muslim or a Moor or even a Christian or whoever, when you put the truth to them, when you tell them, hey, look, there was no Immaculate Conception, and Yahushua was born of Joseph and Mary, they had sex, reincarnation, there's no hell. When you tell these people these things, okay, they get so caught up in the detail that they can't see the big picture. They can't see the big picture that it over and over and over and over and over again, it says that only Israel will be saved. That he showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes, and he dealt so with no other nation. That Israel has kept the precept but not the heathen. It says all these things, but they're so concentrated in the details, in what they've been told, what they see as far as us, being for the most part young men, in our 20s, 30s, and of course we have elders and apostles, but for the most part, we're young men in this thing, and they can't see how these young men are learned. So, it's like Joshua, the devil's in the details. The devil is always in the details. Can't see the big picture, which in his case, he was actually, he couldn't see the forest for the trees, or the trees for the forest, however you want to put it. Because he had an offer that was laid in front of him for $50 million for one fight, and he took the coward's way out and didn't do it to fight a lesser fight, which is just as dangerous. But that's just like somebody who come up, they inquire of us, we give you that $50 million, which is the kingdom of heaven, an opportunity to come into the fold, to learn his truth, to be a man of the Lord in the true sense, in the proper way. But because of the devil in the details, you got, like I said, the wicked one come and take him. That was Eddie Hearn for Joshua. That might be your family members. That might be, you don't want the stigma of being those men on the corner. It could be for many reasons why you don't, come into this truth. You might not like the way it was presented to you. You might be in your feelings. Maybe you got maybe your mom is white, so-called white woman, an Edomite, but your dad was Jake, so you feel some type of way about white people. Maybe you just like white people. You got some white people down the right. It's an inside joke. But, whatever it is that stop you from being the truth, ultimately, you can't see the big picture. Which the big picture is, America's about to be destroyed, okay? There's going to be a thermonuclear war here in America, okay? America's going to be that lake of fire. Concentration camps. You see, it's already started. with the border. Okay, you got people legally trying to come into this country, crossing the border to get asylum. Okay, and they throwing them in concentration camps. Women and children, don't matter. Okay, you also have the financial collapse. You know, these gas prices are outrageous right now. You got a trade war with China. You know, the dollar's on its last legs. The the Chinese yuan is getting stronger. You got all these aspects in that. You got all these other countries that are posseing up, so to speak, against America, who are their allies, which the Bible speaks on that. Okay? And all this is going to lead to famine. It's going to lead to race wars. Because, you know, you got people shooting down Jake. You know, Jake ain't standing for this shit no more, man. I seen a post with Nipsey Hussle. You know, when the Edomite on the plane didn't ask him, he told him to put on his headphones. And he told him, nigga, sit down and read or finish your crossword puzzle before I slap the shit out you. Just coming off fresh and slapping a nigga at the BET Awards, so he was serious. But that whole spirit of, man, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, he said in that post, you know what I'm saying, I'm the type of nigga that will slap you just because of slavery. So, you know, Jake, you know, who's gonna rouse him up? As a young lion, you know what I'm saying? We're being roused up as a people. But you can't see the forest for the trees, man. You can't see the big picture. You so caught up in, you know, you got a good job, you know, or you want to see your kids grow, this, that, and the third, man. But it's not even just for 2/3 or people that's not in the truth, brothers in the truth as well. Sometimes we can't see the trees for the forest, or the forest for the trees, however you want to say it, because, you know, the camp leader might be wanting to go one way, but you want to go another way. But you got to be spiritual, man. It's all about being spiritual. So, you know, just because you can't see what the end vision is, that goes back to keeping order, man. We got to keep order. If the order is out, man, just follow the order. Whether it's right, whether it's wrong, whether you think that, you know, you should be doing something, even if you know. You know, I was in a situation where I knew something, but I didn't keep the order. You know, so I was wrong in that situation. Even though I was right, I was wrong. So, and then you gotta be able to take that L. You gotta be able to say, hey, even though you know you were right, nigga, that's order. Keep the order, it's wrong. Because that's gonna set you up for, you know, in that day, when the time does come, you used to keep in order. You used to following the rules and regulations, man. That's how the spirit works. Okay? It's a trickle down effect. Like they had Reaganomics, you know, trickle down wealth. You know, that's trickle down spirit, man. The spirit is gonna trickle down from your the Most High to Yahweh Shai, down to, you know, the elders and apostles, and then to the camp leaders, and to the captains, and to the soldiers, and so on and so forth, and to the women and children. You know, it's trickle down, man. But, you know, like I said, man, we got to be spiritual in this thing, and we got to look at the big picture, man. We at the end, okay? Everything is about to come down. You know, I seen a video the other day. They got a fucking tank. It wasn't even a tank. It was like a Hummer, like some type of Hummer. But the wheels could alter itself. It can go from an actual wheel shape to like a triangle shape, to like go over tough terrain or in water or anything, you know what I mean? And they got shit like this. They been had shit like this, man. But they revealing it now, man. They about to make their move. Okay, you still have all these military envoys, you know, miles and miles of military equipment being shipped around the country You still have them doing their drills. So just be prepared for what's going ahead, man. And keep your eye on the big picture. Understand what's going on, man. With all that getting, get understanding, okay? And, I hope you brothers was edified, by this lesson. And with that being said, call law, that's all praise to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakar Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect. All the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, and the women and children who follow. Shalom.